Hi, thanks for joining us today. This is Emily Anderson with FranNet. Welcome. I'm really excited about the particular franchise brand that we're going to be hearing from today, and I'll give you just a brief moment on why it really stood out to me and to my FranNet colleagues here along the West Coast. This is a really highly rated franchisor in a massive industry. One of the things about this particular brand that I really like, because we work with so many professionals and a lot of people that have a corporate background, is the transferable skills from a corporate background into this are pretty seamless. A lot of people that we're working with today really prefer working with professional level employees. And I like the simplicity where there's no inventory, there is no cash handling. You get to really focus on some of those transferable skills that a lot of people really enjoy using. So, with that, I'd like to introduce you to Dan Gunderson with Express Employment Professionals. Hey, Dan, thank you for joining us today.
Emily, thanks so much. Really appreciate you having me with you today. We Express really values our partnership with FranNet, very quality referral program for us to find prospective franchisees and top notch for sure in the franchise consulting industry. So certainly appreciate the opportunity and excited to educate folks more about Express. My name is Dan Gunderson. Once again, I'm franchising executive for Express Employment Professionals. I've been with Express in my role in franchising now for 10 years. I've been with the company over 30 years. I started my first job as a recruiter in an Express franchise years ago, and went on to be a branch manager, and then was a co-owner, then an owner, and now on the franchising side of it. So I've seen all aspects of the business and what we do, and I've been very privileged to be with this great organization for so long. So for those of you who have not heard of Express, Express Employment Professionals is the largest staffing franchise company in North America. We have 825 locations. We've been around for 36 years. We're a $3.5 billion company. This is our headquarters building here, the picture in Oklahoma City. We have 250 people here at our headquarters in Oklahoma City. We're actually growing. We're adding on another building. We're getting so big. The majority of our locations are in the U.S. We do have 40 franchise locations in Canada and 15 in South Africa. But quite a run in our 36-year history to be the largest staffing franchise company in North America. We're just as big as Manpower, Kelly, Adecco, Robert Half. When people think of staffing, traditional staffing firms going back years, back to the 70s and 80s, we're just as big, if not bigger, than they are. But by far the largest staffing franchise company. We have 70 locations in California alone. So a large company. We are definitely a broad-based, full-service staffing firm with Express. We really do everything out there in the staffing world as far as types of jobs. It's primarily on the temporary contract side. It's really our bread and butter as a company. And those could be short-term jobs. They could be long-term. They could be temp to perm, probationary hire, quite a few different ways where client companies will utilize Express for their staffing needs, where they're actually working at their company, but they're employed by Express and by our franchisees at the place of business. Most people know how staffing firms work, but the contract side is really our core, our bread and butter. And it's a mixture of light industrial, office clerical, a very broad approach that we do. So on the light industrial side, it could be any type of manufacturing, warehouse, production. We're really not a day labor company. We don't do a whole lot of heavy construction, roofing, Jobs that are 10 feet off the ground, we tend to stay away from because of work comp reasons. We also do office clerical administrative types of jobs, and then we do professional contract, finance, engineering, legal, and IT. So really, everything from the mailroom to the boardroom we do within our model, but the majority of our franchisees are really doing a mixture of the temporary contract side uh, from the light industrial as well as the office clerical, and then mixing in some professional business as well. And going ahead and moving on to the next one, Emily. So very sales driven business is staffing. It's relationships. As most people know, the demand for staffing right now is really at an all-time high. Most businesses out there are going to hire through a staffing service in one way or another. Outside of restaurants or fast food, almost every firm out there uses a staffing company in one way or another, and that's small, medium, and large businesses. So it's a wide scope as far as which type of client companies that we could service. When you think of everything that an HR or a hiring professional has to consider when they bring somebody on their payroll, the idea of using a staffing service and partnering with a company like Express has never been more popular than right now for seasonal projects, to cover peak periods, to use someone on a trial basis before they make that ultimate commitment to them. They can budget better. It just gives them a lot more flexibility in doing their hiring. And this is not going to change. They really look at us as an extension of their HR department and a partner with them. And it's only gonna get bigger in the future. As long as companies have challenges in hiring people, the more they need us. And right now there's recruiting challenges across the country, and we can become a resource for them because we go the extra mile in finding people, and that's what we do. So that's kind of the pain point right now for HR professionals, is recruiting. And so that's what we do. Staffing is all about sales and recruiting. As you can see, this is an example, one of our office locations. It is a brick and mortar location. We are face to face with all of our applicants as far as the recruiting process, the interview process, screening, getting to know them. This is not something you can do out of your home. You need about 1,000 to 1,500 square feet for your typical office location, somewhere visible where people can find you, not tucked away, hidden somewhere, because the whole experience is a face-to-face approach, and that's how we get to know our applicants. We bond with them before we place them at one of our valuable client companies. So once again, usually about 1,000 to 1,500 square feet would be a typical office size. It's really a Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 business. It's very little evenings and weekends for Express. Go ahead and move it on to the next one. Yeah, as I mentioned, the staffing industry really booming. $150 billion industry right now, and expected to grow to $182 billion industry by 2022. We've had 10 record years in a row in staffing. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and trends only going to continue. $3.5 billion in sales. That's how big we are now. 3.5 billion, not million, but billion. So very impressive numbers for Express. As I mentioned, we look for sales-driven franchisees that understand the sales side is really what's going to drive it. We have a couple of different models available within our system with Express. A traditional core model where the owner would take the sales role at the very beginning. The expectation is the owner is going to do that for that first year. And you would hire 2 people for your inside team that would do the recruiting, screening, interviewing, testing of applicants, placing people on jobs. while the owner builds a business on the sales side. But certainly a lot of flexibility and freedom. The owner would hire a dedicated salesperson after they get the business off the ground. Go ahead and take it to the next one. As I mentioned,
great information.
we are the largest staffing franchise company. We are 100% franchised. We don't have any corporate stores with Express. I mentioned 70 locations in California. We have more locations in California than we do in any other state. We understand the laws there, the employment laws, how to do business, the challenges you have. It's different in California than it is in other states. And to show you that successful support we give our franchisees, we wouldn't have 70 locations there if we didn't really understand how to do business. We have opportunities, certainly for growth in Southern California, as far as new territories, and we do have some resale opportunities as well. And as part of the world-class franchise designation with Express, for us, fit is very important. For anyone exploring franchise opportunities, it has to be the right fit for you, first of all, and the right fit for us. So we're looking for people who are going to make a difference in their community, going to help people find jobs, help companies find people. The initial investment level is $160,000 liquid. That first year to get off the ground, which would include the franchise fee of $35,000, that's part of that 160. But we certainly are, as there's reference here, to a B2B sales business. It's a sales approach. We have a system behind everything we do on how we build our client base, how you get in front of HR contacts, hiring professionals, decision makers. But the scalability of what you can do in our model is very exciting. Our average 5-year mature franchise generates $6.4 million in revenue. So it's big business, very scalable, and that's for a single territory. I mentioned the franchise fee of $35,000. It's a one-time franchise fee. That's part of the 160. We do have an exciting incentive program going on right now. I've been fortunate to be part of Express for years, and our founders and executive team have come up with the different incentive programs. Our current incentive program is to give back $25,000 once you complete training. So a new franchisee would pay the franchise fee of $35,000, but you would receive $25,000 back once you complete training. You can use that for whatever purpose you want. First year sales average just under $1 million, and after year two, $2.2 million. And as I mentioned, you're making an impact on your community. You're helping people find jobs. You're helping companies find people. Our owners are certainly in the business to build the equity and create the wealth that they desire and have the lifestyle they desire, but they're also making a difference in their community, and there's no better way of doing that than helping people find jobs. So that's what we look for in franchisees, people looking to make a difference. And the impact that our owners have on their communities is it's really amazing. So the support, what we do for our franchisees, I've mentioned a couple of times, really it's all about sales and recruiting. So we have the 250 people at our headquarters in Oklahoma City to support our franchisees on every aspect of the business, the training. Most of our owners come out of corporate America without any kind of staffing or HR background. So we're going to train 3-week owners training on all aspects of the business. We've received for years, our training department receives 100% satisfaction from a company called FranNet, who does surveys among Express franchisees. So exceptional training. You learn our system on how we do things. And the idea of the support is to really free our owners up from the activity which is going to take them away from sales and recruiting, the back office, We free our owners up so they don't have to spend their time with unemployment claims or funding payrolls, risk management, legal support. We provide that on a daily basis for all of our owners so they can pay potentially hundreds of temporary employees every week. This allows them to really build the business on the sales side and recruit applicants for their database. So you would also have a local support person we call a developer who's regionally based. We have a developer for Southern California that's going to be a coach, a mentor, not there to be your boss or tell you what to do, but just kind of be a guiding influence for you on all areas of the business. Almost 24/7 tech support and what we call assistance center on all aspects of the business for you and your staff. As a former franchisee, I can't tell you how incredible that team is to be able to answer any question you have on any subject for you, but more importantly for your team. That's part of the support you would get. As I mentioned, we're headquartered in Oklahoma City, 250 people in OKC to support our 825 locations. So as I mentioned before, what we're looking for in an owner, those are two founders right there, Bob Funk and Bill Stoller, one of our amazing franchisees in Nashville, Tennessee, Christy Patrick. Just looking for people who want to be the face of the business, who would take the sales role. We'll teach you the sales role, but it is a sales-driven business, and we feel it's important for the owner to do that in the very beginning. You wouldn't do it forever, but to establish yourself as the face of Express, the best way to do that is to take that sales role. So we teach you, we coach you, we train you how to do that. Someone that can manage a team. You can't do this business by yourself. You have to put good people around you and take advantage of all the tools and resources that Express is going to provide you in the training to build the team around you. So as I mentioned, you have 3 people when you first start, the owner and 2 people on the inside that do the recruiting, screening, interviewing, testing of applicants. You build from there. The average Express franchise probably has 4 to 5 internal employees outside the owner that make up the team.
Got it. Well, Dan, thank you so much. I realize I just advanced to that last slide there. Did I cut you off at all?
No, you were great. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Once again, we are a mature company, but we do have new territory available in southern LA County, as well as West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, northern Orange County. For new territory, we have a couple resale opportunities as well in Southern California that are very attractive. So would love to discuss Express more with any of your prospective candidates.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. That was a lot of information, and just I have so much respect and appreciation for Express. So thank you so much. And for those of you who are listening, and if you're interested in next steps, there's a couple different things we can do. If you haven't already, you are more than welcome to jump online and complete your personal franchise assessment, or PFA. I've included a link there below. This is a behavioral survey that is proprietary to FranNet. It's absolutely complimentary. It will provide you and your FranNet consultant some really valuable information in terms of what types of franchises or industries you might be best suited for, and we'll see if Express Professionals could be one of them. Or if you'd just like to have a conversation, you can email me directly at eanderson@frannet.com. As Dan said, we've got some territory availability and some resale opportunities in Southern California. So you might be working with Craig Wells, Paige Nickel, or Roxanne Rapsky. If you're not sure who is the local FranNet specialist the local FranNet specialist in your area, feel free to shoot me an email or give me a call at 503-726-5935, and I am more than happy to arrange a personal introduction and get you connected. So Dan, thank you again, and for those of you who tuned in, thank you for your time, and I wish you the very best on your entrepreneurial journey. Take care.
Thank you, Emily.